Hi everyone, this is your girl Texas Black Diamond, and thank you for tuning in to Texas Black Diamond ENT. And when I say Greenberg said enough is enough, and this is intimidation by the government, and I say it is myself. Okay, Greenberg had a lot to say, and let me tell you something. I need to get in touch with Greenberg, see if he went got his ulcers checked, because I'm telling you, this is enough to blow up anything in your gut right about now. And Greenberg said enough is enough. He said it was non-sexual, that letter by Don Russell. He didn't know one of the people. It was a lot of BS. He said Faith Rogers show more nudity pictures on social media, and I've been said that. I done told y'all that too. I post the pictures and show you what's witness intimidation. A half of a booty cheek, a face. What is that? What is that? Okay, what is that? That's not intimidation. This woman, like I said, each to their own. She showed more of her stuff on IG, Faith Rogers. And honey, Greenberg happily said that lady, and he didn't say her name, but I will say it, Azriel Clary did not leave until he was dead broke, till she found out he didn't have nothing, and she scat cat. Okay, and I said that to him. Daddy was in her ear. He is never getting out. He ain't got nothing to offer you no more. Leave while you can. And he had his little hound dogs to help him persuade her to leave out of that Trump Tower. And I call that coercing. Coerced that woman to leave. Intimidated her and got in her brain to leave. All it took, because all the women was just around for the money anyway. All it takes is to say, I have no more, I have no money. And I am a living witness to that, as far as people hanging around long as you got. An artist I was dealing with, he said, I don't have no more money to be having all these, the N-word hanging around me and stuff. I'm tired of paying for everybody VIP and they drinks and hotels and stuff every time we go somewhere. And I told him these very words, and he can get on here and tell you, Texas Black Diamond told me. I said, you tell them you don't have it no more. Tell them you broke. You don't have nothing else anymore. The taxes got you. Irish ate you up, and you don't have nothing else to give anyone else. And he did just that. And when I say his circle is very small, and I said, how you feel having a small circle? I feel good, because I told him, your true friends gonna stick with you whether you have nothing, you have everything in the world, you dead broke. Those gonna be the friends. They gonna stick around. So he let me see that. So I'm finna let y'all hear what Greenberg had to say. Let me tell you something. I can see the fire and the smoke coming out his ears and his nostrils and his mouth. And the man said, I know how you feel, Greenberg. Greenberg, like, I have never seen nothing like this in my life. And he said that's bull crap. This stuff they talking about was way back when, way before Robert went to jail, and they was talking about, trying to, my interview with him, and like Greenberg said, she showed more skin on her social media page. Just check it out on IG. I can pull it up for you too. They'll probably say I'm intimidating her. You can't intimidate that nobody putting out there in the public their own self. So the difference between showing all this intimidating And he's right. So I'm gonna let y'all hear. Y'all drop y'all comments down below. Cause see, I see a new Greenberg. Cause he said, let me tell y'all something. That $500,000. Let me tell you something. We need extra attorneys. We need to pay our defense team, and he don't have it. I'm the only one speaking to the press. Nobody else. Don't they tell you something? You know, Greenberg done had enough, y'all. He said, I'm sick of the shenanigans and I'm sick of the foolery. And I am too. See, they on the outside looking in everybody else. And see the feds and the government, you know, they trying to paint this picture and make Robert look like this crime lord. And just listen to old boy say what he say. Oh, this is making me. I have, you know, doubts, but now I'm hearing this, and I really, really believe it now. So that's why I told y'all this is another ploy to try to convince, you know, the response to their motion to get Robert out of there so he can work on his defense. And why in the hell they working so hard to keep Robert Sylvester Kelly? You have to just ask yourself that question, why? Maybe we need to get some higher power to do some investigating on these people here and see what the hell they got going on behind the law.
So, these are the accusations. Again, these people the government is saying, all tied to R. Kelly, who they've really been painting a picture of as being some sort of a crime boss. And I've been sort of skeptical about that. I'm a little less skeptical tonight. So let's bring in R. Kelly's attorney joining us from Chicago tonight, Steve Greenberg. Steve, you know, one of the issues we've been talking about is the government saying they want anonymous jurors, and I was very skeptical about it. But if the government has evidence that associates of your client are intimidating and threatening and attempting to pay off
Am I your associate? Vinny, am I your associate? Would you describe me as your associate?
You're my guest.
Okay.
You're my guest.
But what does that mean, an associate of R. Kelly? What does that really mean? Now,
Okay,
Don Russell,
okay.
Don
A
Russell
manager,
has a relationship.
Manager?
Former manager. Okay.
Okay. How about Richard Arline, longtime friend? No?
No. So here's what
Not
you've
a
got.
friend?
Here's what you've got. You've got, let's start with Don Russell, okay? The acts that Don Russell is accused of committing predate R. Kelly's indictment. R. Kelly got sued in New York. It was a public suit. Don Russell took it upon himself to send some materials to the lawyer, filed materials with the court. The lawyer is obviously representing this girl, made certain allegations in those materials, made certain statements in those materials. This is not something where, since R. Kelly has been indicted, Don Russell went out and started threatening people to not testify against R. Kelly. The supposed longtime friend.
Can we talk about the car that's on fire, the SUV?
Well, that has nothing to do with him. There's nothing in that complaint that says that R. Kelly has anything at all to do with that, anything whatsoever, that he's even ever met this person. He has nothing to do with that. They listen to every phone call he makes. They read every letter he sends. They know every time he takes a crap, okay? If he was involved in any of this, you would have seen him indicted for it along with these people.
How about the phone call that Richard Arline made? The $500,000.
He's not on that phone call.
Cooperate with the government.
R. Kelly's not on that phone call. R. Kelly, they don't have a single call
Why
of R.
is Richard
Kelly.
Arline doing that? Was he just a rabid fan that wants to make sure R. Kelly can go back on tour?
You know, I say this tongue in cheek, but if R. Kelly had $500,000, I'm Exhibit A. I wouldn't be the only lawyer who's coming on your show talking. Okay? He doesn't have $500,000. They know he doesn't have $500,000. The other day they put out something that he got $1.2 million in his bank account last year. Yeah, a star of the magnitude of R. Kelly got $1.2 million when he was out of jail from all his royalties, from all his hits, before he paid any of his expenses, managers, and so forth. It's ridiculous. And the person who's making these allegations left R. Kelly when she knew he had no money. She knew he was broke. It's as if I told you that I'm going to make you the King of England. It's as believable as that.
So your position is that R. Kelly has nothing to do with this, that this has nothing to do with the charges. Will this be part of any of these cases? I mean, is the government going to use this information? I mean, your guy has been charged with RICO, right? Racketeering.
Right. So the allegations that they of the underlying acts that result in the civil suit are already part of the New York indictment. What they're trying to do here, Vinny, it's transparent. They're trying to squeeze these guys. These guys wouldn't cooperate with the government. They wouldn't give them any information. They wouldn't say anything bad about R. Kelly. They're ratcheting up the pressure on them. They're hoping to squeeze them to get them to say something bad about R. Kelly, whether it's true or not. And that's all this is. This is intimidation by the government. That's what this is, not intimidation by these people. If you read what Don Russell sent, it is nonsensical. Nonsensical. And this particular individual posts suggestive pictures of herself all over Twitter all the time.
So, all right.
It's enough.
If
it's enough.
One or more of these, let's say, if the government, as you say, is just trying to squeeze these three individuals, let's say that they all three take a deal and testify against R. Kelly. What's that cross-examination going to be like?
Well, it's going to be that they got squeezed and that they never had anything bad to say till it benefited them, till they had to say something, till someone took their arm and twisted it behind their back. It'll be a great cross-examination. It'll be a lot of fun, and it'll be very effective. It's enough.
So you're not worried about this?
Not at all.
You're not worried about any of this?
There's things I'm worried about in the case.
I read this.
These not.
All right, because when I read this, I was like, oh, okay, Steve has not been honest with me about this whole kingpin stuff. Because if you've got people who are doing work for you on the outside and are squeezing accusers, that sounds a lot more like a trial that may need anonymous jurors, but we'll see where all this falls.
If R. Kelly's on, Vinny, I'm going to tell you, if R. Kelly's on the phone telling someone, subliminally implying anything, that they should go pay off a witness with all the other problems he's facing, then he's the dumbest guy in America. And I can tell you, he may not be able to read and write, but he ain't dumb.
All right. Steve Greenberg, the attorney for R. Kelly, appreciate you coming on and giving us the other side of the story tonight, as always.
You tell him, Greenberg. You tell him. Take up for your client. Yes. Yes. I'm proud of you today. I'm proud of you today. Take up for your client. And it is all true. And like I said, this is one-sided media. The scale is unbalanced. And they will not allow people like Greenberg, friends, and, people like us to balance that scale, since the mainstream media is not doing it. So it is upon us to do so. And we have every right to do that. There's no witness intimidation. And I want to speak on certain people speaking on my interview with Dawn. These pictures here of this young lady is showing more ass than that half of a little booty cheek that y'all speaking of. And there wasn't no witness intimidation. The words on the text messages wasn't sinful. It was just consensual relationship conversation, like normal relationships are, that his friend was trying to show everyone that my friend my friend, this is the type of person he is. They trying to label him as this controlling man. They couldn't go anywhere. They supposed to be wearing baggy clothes. And this is a conversation with Robert and Faith. She's in a whole different state. She's going to a party. She sent him a picture, a full clothed picture of herself. And of course, sometimes, the man or the woman, when they're in a relationship and they're out of town, or they, they may want to tease their man or their woman and send them a little nitpick, And there was a half a booty, it didn't even look like a booty, just like a little layer of skin, okay? And people try to push that out there to try to get an individual in trouble, but that wasn't even the case. I can see from everything the judge watched everything and was like, okay, whatever. She's showing more of her body on IG, so you didn't see a booty hole, you didn't see a vagina, you just seen just a little half of a booty cheek, and that's not witness intimidation. So, and yes, I see Faye, deleted some of them little videos and some of them little pictures she had, I'm pretty sure that was like, hey, wait a minute, I think you need to just let that go. She probably looking, let this one go, I'm not letting them go. This is, no, I love this picture, I'm not. I mean, she's a beautiful woman, and everything, and so, it is what it is, people do what they want to do as far as, showing whatever they got, I'm pretty sure, usually when people, spend all that money on knit, tuck, and lifts and all that good stuff, and they want to show it off a little bit, but I'm just saying, with me, I got to keep mine wrapped up like a present, baby. I want you to guess what's off in that little gift box, baby, because I ain't trying to just reveal all my little self to everybody, just let it stay special, let people just guess if it's silicone, guess if it's just natural, just guess if it's a push-up bra, and when you take it off, it just drop down. Just let them guess on it, honey. Just don't give them all your little, show them all your little secret, honey. But to each their own, whatever. But she deleted some of her stuff, and I know that for a fact, baby. Some of that stuff is gone. It'll be to be continued on in this situation. At this point, nothing surprised me anymore. We've been dealing with this for a year and some now, and all I can say, free R. Kelly, and whatever the situation with the other guys, I pray for them too. I pray for Don Russell. I don't want to see nobody locked up behind no foolishness in these streets of extortion. So you guys have a great one. Please drop your comments down below. Tell me how you feel about what Greenberg said. I feel enough is enough. It is intimidation by the government. They are trying to close our mouths. They know that they can't do that. That's not right. I feel like if these women can go on Lifetime Alive and no one did any research, background checks, looking into like they supposed to do, doing documentaries, when you do documentaries, real journalists, they're going to go out and seek all the facts before they, take on anything like that. So, you guys, thank you for tuning in, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.